I know Eric pretty well.
Yeah.
And I've known him for the better half of his life.
So he's gonna ask me, what do you get?
So I was like, this is just a date.
Oh, there's 30 million, yeah. Don't worry.
This is just a date. So then I tried to change the questions a little bit. It should be fine.
I mean, we could have gone on a date, huh?
I mean, it might as well be a date.
I'm ready for the hard-hitting questions, Sean.
The real question.
Well,
Why is Ode an anti-Semite?
this progression. Alright, is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, it's recording?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Blah blah blah. Welcome to the show. This is Hot Juans. You know Hot Juans because I'm John Juan. You know copyright issues. You're pretty good with spicy food. And I've seen you eat a lot of things. Notably the Def Taco. You've brought to tears before about spicy food. I suck ass at this. I'm gonna end up somewhere here before I die.
You have to eat them all, John.
And probably more like a date for the viewers. Ode's here, if you can see him.
Hot.
See you on the camera?
Quick question.
That'll be edited.
Maybe we should have milk. Just throwing that out.
I'm not drinking milk. Milk doesn't.
All right.
I got buttermilk.
Alright, so how do you think you're gonna handle the wings or the chicken wings?
I mean, I think it'll be fine until the bomb.
This one's the bomb?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, it's gonna start getting spicy. We didn't coat the wing, so I don't think they're gonna be that bad. We're just dipping.
And we'll see.
I'll be the referee, and I'll make sure you're not being a fucking bitch.
Oh, don't worry.
Okay, I'll make sure. I'm gonna be a bitch so I can talk.
You're allowed. You have.
No,
You.
I should see him sweating.
I think he will, regardless.
We'll start with the first one and then I'll ask you the questions.
Actually, I'll just eat later. I'll let you guys do your thing first.
Very mild.
That is just disgusting buffalo sauce.
You like buffalo?
I don't like buffalo. You like
So
buffalo?
you can hand it down there.
Do you like buffalo sauce?
It's okay.
So you'll be our.
You know those freaks that like buffalo sauce on their pizzas?
Yeah.
You're one of those freaks?
I mean, I wouldn't say no to it, but more of like a sprinkle on top.
It's buffalo sauce. Me. Are we concerned about this, or can I just stack them?
Don't stack them.
Okay.
Well, that one. If the one's really good, we'll set it aside. So we can,
Yeah. Okay.
like that one's good. You can stack them.
All around the topic of food. For as long as I've known you, from your chubby days to your now sexy fit days, you've always been a foodie.
Okay.
You always like to eat. With a lot of experience cooking.
Mhm.
So my question I have for you is, what would your last meal consist of? This would include a drink, an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. This is your last meal.
My last meal, I'm gonna have to go with some sort of, for the bulk of the meal, I'm gonna have to set an entree,
A drink, an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert.
a drink, an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. For the drink, I'd probably go with some sort of margarita, whatever I'm feeling that day.
Is there a particular flavor of margarita you enjoy?
Something fancy, like a green apple margarita. And then for an appetizer, we're gonna be freaky. We're gonna say, does it count, if it's like a trio thing, does that count? Like, can I order it?
No, it'd be one
Is your-
specific one.
this is his last meal. Yes. Just say something.
Well,
You have to tell me from where to. Where are you getting this appetizer from?
I gotta expose myself. Avocado egg rolls from Applebee's.
Those are delicious.
I am a freak.
Those are delicious.
I don't even know those are a thing.
He loves those. He gets those every time we go.
That's what I was saying. If I could get the triple dipper, I'd get, the egg rolls with like wings and then mozzarella sticks. But if I had to pick one of those,
Just one.
the egg roll. The egg roll. For the entree, probably fajitas. Probably from entrees. Entrees from my childhood. Hopefully they don't fuck it up and burn it this time.
Steak or chicken?
Probably steak if it's my last meal. I don't know.
It is your last meal.
I don't gotta,
Yeah. John's gonna kill you after.
I don't
That's
gotta
implied.
watch my weight. The steak probably. And then for dessert,
It's gonna be a big ass German chocolate cake, like from Matilda.
Alright.
I mean, Ode has the money on that one, but I'd probably eat some sort of chocolate cake with chocolate frosting with chocolate
Where
ice cream.
from?
Homemade. My mom will
Your
make it.
mom's.
My mom will make it.
You love that.
That, if it's not homemade, then whiskey chocolate cake from Brew over in Irvine. So they soak the chocolate cake in like whiskey. Delicious.
Delicious. The first question.
You also have to announce the sauce though before we eat them, John.
We'll zoom in on
Move your water, John. You're not. Yeah, you're
it. Not you that can
At least
see.
you
They
keep
can
it
see.
in.
Okay, well, we'll move on to the next one. Angry Goat. It clocks in at 5,800 Scoville.
A lot in there. I hear this one, shishito pepper.
Yeah.
Devin would like it.
Shito peppers and garlic.
Ooh, that's good. That's real good. Mine's not lying to be spicy. I wonder if on the actual show, when chicken's cold, I feel like it has to be, right?
It is.
I feel like they meant it.
in the early seasons, they had a bad problem with that, but now they like prepare it better and they have like a warmer and stuff like that.
They just pull it out right when they're ready.
They incubate it.
Sauce fucks.
It tastes good. It's not this.
I love that one.
It's not.
That's good. I drink that shit. That one doesn't get stacked good, eh?
I put it to the side.
Doesn't stack.
The first one's spicier.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the first one was spicy.
That's because this one's more flavorful. Okay, move on to the next question. Alright. So I've known you for the later half of your life. You're 29 now,
Yeah,
right?
unfortunately.
I've known you since you were 15, maybe 16.
Senior year, kind of was that, right?
Your senior year, my junior year, yeah.
I would have been 16 turning 17.
Alright. So we play a lot of games together. In fact, we've only been playing games together. But I didn't really know about your childhood gaming career. Was there anything that you really worked hard towards as a kid when it came to gaming? Was there any accomplishment that you're really proud of? Something you were really determined to do? Be it something simple as filling up the Pokédex and beating a really hard boss. What is your proudest gaming accomplishment as a child?
That's a hard one. I don't know that I was ever really kind of like, as a child, into like completionist things, or like I ever set a goal in a game that like I was like proud of in the terms of like I didn't expect myself to be able to do it or I had to push myself. I guess, God, I don't really have.
You could have a fondest memory of gaming as a child,
I don't.
or like a formative like.
I don't think I have any accomplishments with gaming as a child. I just kind of played for fun.
Okay. And what about now?
Now, am I proud of it?
Was there anything that you did in your gaming career you were like, damn, I'm fucking cool. Damn, that was awesome.
Yeah, it's hard for me to find specifics. I feel like there's occasional things where like I'll do something in a game or a league where, you know, everybody has a moment where they pop off, but I can't for the life of me just like be like, oh yeah, I remember that one specifically. Just occasional pop-offs in league or whatever other game we happen to be playing Monster Hunter. I stun the monster at the perfect moment. Everybody, good job, Eric, you're so good.
Well, Eric deafens and goes into Nasus mode.
Yeah, so just a lot of feel-good moments, but nothing in particular stands
No, I
out.
don't really like strive for accomplishments, and if there were a couple that I had, I didn't make them.
He's a humble guy. Right. And we'll move on to the third one. This is Biscaya. Clocks in at 1,600 Scoville units. A little over twice as hot.
One looks like it was supposed to be tropical.
Passion fruit and Caribbean style.
It's alright. It's even less spicy than the last one.
That one's really sweet.
It's really sweet. I get what they try to do with like the passion fruit, just kind of taste it.
You can taste
That's
it.
really the only thing to taste. The passion fruit, but then everything else kind of just is spice.
A little zing,
Yeah.
but really sweet. Yeah.
It might be better warm.
I've never eaten a passion fruit.
You had a passion fruit before? Pretty good.
I think that one would be better on different stuff.
I think
cold
it just needs to
chicken
be- I think it
isn't
needs to be
the
warm. I think that sauce in particular needs to be warm to like wake it up.
It'd be good on a salad.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Or like added to salsa. Like give the salsa.
Make it spicier, like habanero.
Like even just like add it to like a pico de gallo. Like give pico de gallo an extra dimension. Anyway, next question.
Alright, so these next couple questions are gonna be related to fantasy. You're a big fantasy guy. You love your medieval magic shenanigans. So we're gonna go through a couple series and just filter out, see what your personality is like. So in Harry Potter, your test results for your house tend to lean towards Slytherin. Is this true?
Yeah.
All right. So what would your Patronus be, and why?
Yoko.
Just a husky?
Yoko. Not husky, Yoko.
Yoko in particular.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
She's not here.
either Yoko and Mr. Gato.
Mr. Gato.
No.
Sad.
Why?
I don't know, because most of the Patronuses are usually like an animal.
They are.
And those are the two animals I like the most.
You trust them to protect you?
Yeah. Well, Mr. Gato. He might have laid over on his belly and said pet me to the person who was attacking me, but
Distracted with his charm.
yeah.
He charmed them.
Yoko, I don't. He would probably protect me more than Yoko, to be honest. But Yoko's still my Patronus. It's supposed to be like happy, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Really the light in the darkness. It's like your shield.
Yoko.
Yoko?
Yoko baby.
Yoko baby. Alright.
And Mr. Gato.
Sounds good. Alright. Moving on. Avatar The Last Airbender.
Is that one question or multiple questions?
The same way.
Oh, yeah.
Avatar The Last Airbender. What element do you feel like you associate with the most?
Fire.
Okay. Can you tell me why?
Creative. Hot-headed. It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Do you feel like you'd be a strong enough bender to bend lightning?
I'd probably try and then die.
What sort of pressure would you have to be under to bring the power of lightning out of you? Do you know how the Avatar state exists? What would push you to your limit so you could bend lightning?
Someone I care about being hurt, I guess. I mean, same thing about people under pressure, I think.
Him and his mom cooking together.
True.
the rest of the family kitchen.
Yeah, stress in the family kitchen, just shock food to make it cook better.
Okay. Alright. In D&D, what class would you be?
Within.
Was it not a paladin? Not a sorcerer?
No multi-classing.
I mean, look, which one do I want to be, or which one am I?
Which one do you think you'd be?
I'd probably, honestly, end up as a ranger.
Ranger.
Yeah. If me, Eric, just ended up as in the D&D world, I'd probably be a ranger. What would I want to be? Probably a sorcerer or a wizard. Sorcerer, if you had your inborn power, a wizard, if I had to learn it.
Why do you think you'd be a ranger?
I just be good at the ranger stuff, I guess.
Bad boy climbs.
I like hiking, I like climbing, I think bows and shit are cool. If I practice with a bow, I'm sure I'd be decent with it. I like animals. I'd take Yoko, she'd be my pet. I'd steal it from
You're gonna
Canada.
be the Beastmaster subclass.
That would be the Beastmaster subclass.
That's pretty bad min-maxing.
It's getting buff.
Okay.
Getting buff.
Alright. I'll allow it.
There was going to be a question about dogs later and why he thinks he brings so many home, but I think we answered it here. So. Alright, next question.
Dog,
Do I get my...
Eric was a dog in a
What's the
previous
sauce,
life.
Trevor? What's the sauce?
So this is Hot One's very own Los Calientes Barbacoa edition.
Barbacoa. It's gonna be very red peppery.
And smoky chipotle.
It smelled like Chipotle's red sauce.
Here, reminds me of like the juice in the Chipotle container. Well,
What a specific.
when you open up a Chipotle pepper, it has sauce.
It's okay.
It has like sauce
I
in the
get you.
Chipotle, and that's what that tastes like. Looks like they took the Chipotle peppers out and poured the sauce out.
Tastes like spicy barbecue though.
A little bit. That's the first one I can feel in my mouth afterwards.
It's very smoky.
Yeah,
I like this.
This one clocks in at 3,300.
Ooh, double.
So twice as hot as the last one. And this one, yeah, you could feel it now. Right.
Just a recording double check.
I can feel it. I can feel whoa. Whoa.
Whoa. So we can duck out after this?
Get those sauce.
Then another question. What's your favorite?
If you get through this with no water, I'll buy you Del Taco. Have you had a sip of water?
Can I have the water?
No.
Can we say like after this?
No.
I was thirsty though.
You can have water now. You can have water before these.
I'm saying, can I have water up until this one?
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see.
Well, I mean, it's noted as like a challenge run for the guests to not take a sip of anything until the last one.
The last three, they don't really matter.
I guess.
I already failed the challenge, man. I've been drinking the whole time.
Okay. Well.
Anyway.
Okay. So, for as long as I've known you, you've always had an attraction to strong female characters in media. Not so much in real life, but in media.
I hate women. Oh, go on.
Okay. Separate from your attraction to just evil characters in general, you know, you always play as Ridley, Bowser, Ganondorf. You always enjoy being the bad guy. But there's one in particular that's always stood out, and that is Sylvanas from the World of Warcraft.
Oh, Queen.
Ignoring the last few years of the plot, I want to know why your initial love came to fruition with this character and why you were so dedicated to her.
I want to know this
for a long time.
I'm ready.
So, in Warcraft 3, you go through in the campaign, and the Elven campaign has you, I believe, at some point. Well, the Blood Elven campaign, not the Blood Elven, the Elves event. You play as Sylvanas a couple times in the campaign, and then my favorite character in the game was Arthas at the time when I was younger, and you battle between Arthas and Sylvanas, like the whole thing, the arc, and you see her trying to protect her people and stuff like that, which, you know, kind of just resonates with you, you know, strong ranger lady trying to protect her people. And some of that goes back to me playing StarCraft even earlier and really liking Kerrigan as a character. So I kind of saw Kerrigan and her kind of the same thing, same personality. And then Arthas, you know, eventually ends up killing her. It's like a tragic story, but, you know, it's my favorite character doing it. So it's cool. And then he brings her back as a banshee, as like even more, you know, doing evil stuff. And then you get to the Frozen Throne, which is the expansion for Warcraft 3. And the Undead campaign follows Sylvanas after, you know, maybe it's not, I don't remember exactly how it happened, but eventually you play as Sylvanas in the campaign after Arthas, you know, loses control and fuses with the Lich King to become, you know, whatever he becomes, but they lose control of the Forsaken. So you see her, you know, seeing not necessarily the elves anymore as her, you know, people. She sees, you know, the undead Lordaeron people, the humans, you know, are now her people, and she protects them. And now she's undead, so she's cool. I like undead. So it just made her cooler, because she went from, you know, being with Banshee, which was like a ghost, fusing with her old body to become like the Dark Ranger thing that they made her into. And then her whole campaign story arc of like just reuniting the Forsaken, the undead from Lordaeron under like a new banner to like resist Arthas, who was again still basically like my favorite character, the Lich King. It was just cool. Like just the protecting her people was like the character trait that draws me to her. And then she's just an undead, and then she's, you know, cool.
Okay.
And hot.
Yeah, and hot.
Alright, move on to the next one. This one is Diablo. It is a Filipino sauce with a mix of Italian, Jamaican, and Asian teardrop peppers.
That's the middle one. Oh no, I was pointing at the sauces. Yep.
Ooh.
You'll see on the recording, Glenn. I saw you do the scoop, and I looked at it, I was like,
This one.
I was gonna say, this is the first one where you can actually feel it spicy. What's the Scoville?
This one clocks in at 5,500.
So almost doubling again, not quite, but.
Okay, that one's pretty spicy. This one I definitely feel, and I'm starting to sweat.
Whoa!
It was funny. I watched you scoop it up, and I just looked over and I was like, "You're gonna regret that."
Okay, well, if you knew, why didn't you warn me?
Because it was funnier this way. And you'll learn from that mistake and start dipping and not scooping.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to get it.
It's okay. It's okay.
You have to see your limit, you know? Eventually.
You got a whole bottle of water there. I'm gonna go get another bottle of water.
I'm gonna grab me one. So I'll just get tap water. Actually, never mind.
Right. So, you've been through a fair share of accidents in your life. Be it car accidents, some sports injuries. I know you've hurt yourself a few times in the last few years, mostly because you've been going into this more athletic lifestyle. You live with a psychotic roommate who likes to race cars and crash them. He quite literally crashed today.
Thought that was gonna be me.
So
He did point at you.
I'm pointing in different direction. So, related to this particular roommate, he took you snowboarding one time. And you're quite the novice with snowboarding, but you received one of your most life-changing injuries, I want to say, if you could show it.
Take your shirt off, you slut.
Ooh, big scar.
That's a big
I don't know if
scar.
it shows up on the camera.
You're good.
Most people have seen it.
You must have seen it? Alright, well, you remember what was going through your head in the moments leading up to the actual impact?
So
And could you tell us more about the trip in general?
So we went up to Klamath, is that what it's called? Central California, big snowy mountain, big mountain. We went up there with Cameron's family, and it was a pretty chill weekend. I'm not a huge fan of snowboarding. Went anyways, just hang out with Cody and Cameron and his family. We get there. I think it's a 3-day trip while we're there, and we're on the last day, or I guess the day before the last day because we pack up in the morning and leave. But we're on the last day of actual snowboarding, and we're getting ready to leave. And Cameron says he wants to do one more run on the slope, and he convinces me to go all the way to the top, the Black Trail, or whatever.
What were you doing prior to this? Were you just doing the kiddie slope?
I wasn't doing the kiddie slope. Oh, I did the kiddie slope mostly the first few days. And then I believe on the third day I started getting more comfortable and I was able to start going down. Maybe the one above the kiddie or maybe two above the kiddie. Yeah. I was still slow and I was still kind of staying off to the side. Mostly doing the thing where you keep the snowboard sideways. Every once in a while I'd swing it forward to oh yeah, cool, I'm snowboarding now. And swing back and forth and whatever. Gotcha. But it was taking it easy. And, Cameron convinced me to go to the top, and I was whatever. I don't blame him. To be clear, I don't blame him, mostly.
Was it just you and Cameron?
It was just me and Cameron last day.
Editor's
Cody was
note,
skiing,
he blames him.
He left.
What? Don't worry, keep going.
And so we get to the top, and as we're going up, I'm realizing how high up the top actually is. Because it's been snowing mostly and really cloudy the last 2 days. I didn't quite realize how high up it was. And we get up there, and Cameron's a good snowboarder, and he ends up zooming off eventually. He stays with me for a bit, and then he zooms around a corner, and I go, oh shoot, I don't want to get lost. I don't know my way down the hill. I don't know where we're meeting up or whatever. So I go from being super slow to, putting the snowboard sideways to go down fast, and I got confident. I was starting to do a little better. I catch up to Cameron around a corner, and then he goes around another corner. So I go to go faster again, and my snowboard catches, and I just flip through the air. And I remember, it happens fast. I didn't even really, I got airborne because I flipped, but it was more of a really low flip, and I landed on, right here as I flipped, and I don't remember thinking, oh, it's broken right away. I remember just kind of laying there, and the wind knocked into me. And being oh shoot, thank God I didn't hurt myself more. And I was just laying there, and I think I was kind of in shock at first, because eventually, I just kind of lay there probably 2-3 minutes before I even tried to move. And a guy stopped and asked me if I was all right. And I told him, yeah, I'm fine, whatever. I just took a fall, whatever. And he leaves. And then another guy stops and checks on me a couple minutes later. And I'm oh, I think I'm all right. And I go to sit up. And then at that point, I realized I had like broken my shoulder or something. Because I go, oh no, that's broken. And like lay back down. And he's like, the guy's like, well, were you snowboarding with anyone? I was like, yeah, I was trying to catch it with my friend. He went around the corner. And eventually, Cameron, after about 10 minutes, starts hiking back. You can see him hiking up the hill to get back up to me, and it's a pretty steep hill. He eventually gets up to me. I think the guy had left at one point to go get like the medic or whatever, and some guy comes and picks me up on his whatever the snowmobile is called. And I'm like in a little thing behind, he's got me strapped in. Runs me down the hill. We get to the bottom, there's like a medic tent, they check on me. He's like, yeah, it's probably broken. I think I called my mom at some point in the medic tent and tell her I broke my shoulder and I'm gonna have to get surgery probably. And then in my head, when I think back on it, thought I was pretty chill. Like I didn't take it that bad. The story I get from Cameron, not so much Cody, but Cameron, says I was really snappy afterwards and mean, which maybe I was. But
I think it's valid to be mean. You broke your collar.
But I mean, when I look back on it and I think about it, it's like, oh yeah, I was super chill, it didn't bother me at all. Like, I was whatever, I rolled with the punches. We ended up like leaving early, and he drove me back down so that my mom could take me to the doctor and get surgery or whatever. But I remember being super chill. Cameron says I was pretty mean, so you have to ask him.
Okay.
But that was.
How was your experience? What was the surgery like? Was it easy?
I don't remember.
Was your recovery?
I was just thinking about this the other day. I think back on, because I was in a sling for a month, 6 weeks basically. I mean, towards the end you start taking it off and shit, but I don't even remember that. Like, I was like trying to remember being in a sling. I just vaguely remember like the image of it in my head, like looking in the mirror and seeing myself in a sling. But I don't remember the experience at all. Because I was thinking, like, what did I do in the shower? Like, did I bring the sling? I think I just held my arm. But, like, it's just so... Because I had the surgery pretty quick. And once the plate was in, it was kind of all held together. And it was like, I didn't really even... The sling was just there, so I didn't, like, move the muscles and stuff. I was like, I could take the sling off and, like, move my arm. It was just... They wanted me not to because... Like, it wasn't, like, a really big recovery because they just put a plate in. It was such a clean break. Like, this was just, like, broken, and then they just, it was basically fixed, minus, like, muscle having to, like, do whatever they do, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was a pretty, not that big experience in my head. Like, I don't really look back on it and think, oh, that was awful. The part that was awful, apparently, is I was a mean person afterwards. I don't remember being mean. But...
Probably just hungry.
What?
Probably just hungry.
Yeah.
Right.
What do we got here?
So this is the 6-wing. It's called Marshall's. This one has whiskey, white balsamic, date syrup, and ghost pepper.
It reminds me of almost a smell like Worcestershire sauce.
This one clocks in at 7,100.
Take it easy, John.
I'm okay. I gotta make sure he talks more than me.
The last one was spicier. Ooh, no, I'm setting in a bit.
It's a ghost pepper, so it's gonna creep up.
I thought, it's spicy, but it's definitely building.
It's building. It's ramping. The last one tasted a lot better.
I don't mind that one, but it's definitely more of a niche.
I can see people liking that one though.
This is good.
That one's like a hot sauce. Like
It tastes good.
Like, it's good, but it's more niche than the last one. Like, the last one was, what was it, the Diablo?
The Diablo.
I don't know.
I can't taste the whiskey.
It's
though.
definitely
It's
built,
good.
but it doesn't build too high. It definitely,
No.
it doesn't keep going.
Yeah, no, I'm sweating.
If you
You
want me
want
to turn the fan on, I can.
No, I'm
Put
good.
a fan behind
Let's
you.
get off my sweater or something.
I hope you don't care, but I'm not eating all this chicken, so I'm just taking bites now. I just had a whole meal.
It's like 4 more pieces of, like, it's one tender between all of them. You finish the chicken, or you don't get any.
Can I give it to
No.
I give it to Lila?
No.
Can I give it to Yoko?
Okay. So,
Just stick your finger in the other box so I can't see it. If you hadn't said anything, I would have known.
I probably should have shut up.
so
Story of your life, right?
Yeah.
But he's not wrong.
He's feeling spicy, literally. Alright. So you're a big media consumer. You like your stories, you like your anime, you like your streams, you like your shows, your books, your games. And you play D&D a lot. And a lot that I know about you, that you like a good story. You enjoy simple ones, you don't mind a little basic good story every now and then, but you do love a nice complex plot from time to time. So, in your opinion, what's the recipe to making a good story?
Bad things have to happen. I think the best stories have bad things happen in them, and it's about overcoming like the bad things that happen that make a story good. What you do in the face of adversity. I think those are the best stories. I do think there's a place for stories that don't have that. Sometimes you just want to hear about someone having a good day. It's not exciting, but sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes that's what you need. But if you look at any, story ever told, there's always any real story, I guess. There's always something, for lack of a better word, bad that happens, and it's how the characters overcome those bad things, I guess. But that's more of just basic storytelling in general. But I guess what's a recipe for a good story? A good story. I mean, if I think of a good story off the top of my head, it's so vague, I guess. I don't really know how to answer. I'm trying to. Can you give me more specific? Like a good. Because like, what's the difference?
I feel like you already answered the question.
I mean, because there's like what's the difference between a good love story and a good action fantasy or thriller or a scary movie? Like, it's what makes those things good. All very different.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ingredients, right? But your main ingredient is obstacles, overcoming adversity, like you said.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that one's fair because it's like there is no story without that at all.
Yeah, but
so every single one has it.
But I mean, you saying you enjoy tragedy, even love stories, slice of life, and
I guess
they all have tragedy, and that's why it makes you tear up at the end. Even something as simple as Click, which it's not a good movie, but you love it, you enjoy it, you cried at the end.
Yeah, I guess bad things happening. I guess for my recipe, what's a good thing is more bad things than usual, right? I mean, every story has adversity, or it's not a story.
Is that why you think Game of Thrones was so popular?
Yeah, I do think it was. I think spoilers, 10 years later, pause the video. Ned Stark having his head cut off at the end of the first season was such a shock to fans who were used to main characters not having bad things happen to them. Or basically being... Because he was kind of like the main character of the first season, and he can't really come back from having a head chopped off. I mean, you can in a game of fantasy, but Game of Thrones was so low fantasy that I think most people were just like shocked. They're like, oh, this character's lost, and he's still like he's not gonna win because he's dead.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
Well, what's gonna happen? Like, are we gonna follow his kids now? Like, what? Because you did kind of follow his kids in the first season, but it was a very heavily Ned-focused story in the first season. And then going forward from there, I mean, in retrospect, looking back on Game of Thrones from like a more analytical perspective, I don't agree with a lot of things they maybe needed to do with like sexual scenes. Like maybe not necessarily needed. Some of like some of the stuff in there isn't as good. It doesn't hold up as well. A lot of it was shock factor, which I guess is what made people so into it. They were like, whoa. But it was also an HBO show, so you kind of had to deal with the expectations of HBO.
So, would you TLDR as you enjoy tragedy, overcoming adversity, and a little bit of mystery, like unanswered questions to keep viewers engaged for a story, finding answers?
Yeah,
to solve the problem.
Mystery. I mean, a little bit of element. I guess a good story has a little bit of elements of like all the stories, right? A little mystery, a little romance, a little thriller, a little bit of scary, like thrill. That's kind of goes with scary at the same time, and then so like I guess a good story overall has to incorporate everything, or at least a lot of elements, to be good, or you get bored because it's like you already know what's gonna happen.
Okay. Alright. This one is called Ginger Goat. It has 7 different
This one smelled the best.
blends of super hot chilies. It has tart mango, lemongrass, and star anise. It clocks in
Not the lemongrass.
110,000.
So that one didn't get mixed up.
Yeah, I'm not tasting any spice.
No, he's reading it in the correct order.
I know. I'm just like, are we sure I didn't actually mix that one up?
Maybe it's a little chill one.
It's the calm before the storm.
Did you shake it?
Yeah. Wasn't spicy
I'm
at all.
getting spice.
I don't think it's spicy at
I
all.
wouldn't say it's very spicy.
Can you pour it? Can we use an extra? Let's try again.
Try again? Like what? I mean,
There's spice on this.
nah, I don't think it was spicy at all. I
Maybe
could,
your
like,
mouth
I could, like,
should
drink
just
that.
destroy it. I'm quite lit. I'm tasting spice.
Oh, you gotta make sure.
No one calls you a bitch, Eric.
No.
I think it tastes good.
I mean, it tastes good, but it's not spicy at all. It's weird.
It's all about the way the different peppers hit you.
Well, there's no.
Scoville-
Like, it's not hitting me
Scoville-
at all.
I mean, I think there's a little bit of spice. I
mean, yeah, there's a little spice, but like it's almost like back down at 1 or 2.
Yeah, this one says 110,000.
Well, it's because it's not like a strict. It's like different types of peppers and how it's cooked and all.
Maybe
that
it's because of all the fruit in there. Like the mango is probably covering up so much of
It
it.
tasted good.
Yeah.
The second ingredient in here is mango. Apple
It's
cider.
okay, Eric. The next one's you'll enjoy.
Alright, well, here's your question for you.
I'm scared.
In 2014, you took this personality test and posted it online with the
God, you dug up the receipt.
with the quote. I'll send this to you. To quote the quote.
Yeah.
Seems about right, lol. So my question to you is, I'm going to send it to your phone. Do you think you'd get the same results today? Well, I'll show it to you on my phone now. Do you get the same results today if you took this test now? Or has your personality changed over the last decade?
Well, let me see it. My personality's definitely changed, but I'll have to see what parts of it are on the test here.
Let me send it real quick.
You okay?
Yeah, my whole body is just like, you're eating spicy stuff right now, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm getting the
look at
sniffles.
what if you start hiccuping?
Oh, not yet.
Oh, it's this one. Okay, let's look here. Ease in public is near 0.
Okay, can you show it to the camera?
I don't know. I'm gonna go walk over there and let me know if it shows that. If it needs to focus, you can tap.
It's good. We got it.
Alright, here. So, ease in public, near 0. Opening up to others, diplomacy, and persuasion. I think that's about right. Not a very good leader. I'd say I'm a lot better leader than I used to be. A lot more confident in my ability to lead. I actually do think my persuasion is better than it used to be. I do think I take responsibility. My organization is probably a little higher, but definitely needs work. A vision, I think it's like being able to... I think my vision is about the same. I don't really have a huge vision. My self-confidence is probably about the same. Independent mind. I don't know why that's so low. I think I'm pretty independent on my own thoughts. My creativity and autonomy are probably higher than they used to be. I don't think I'd really come into my love of D&D. I mean, I guess I did play D&D back then, but I didn't really. What's the word I'm looking for? Would it come into my creative juices? I guess of playing
Your
D&D.
patience is way higher.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're going a different order than me.
Stress management, I think I'm a lot better at dealing with basically everything in the green category. My respect for authority is probably a lot lower than it used to be.
You were kind of the teacher's pet, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I still am, but I mean, it depends on how you view authority, right? I'm good at respecting authority because I know the game, but how much do I actually respect it? You know what I mean? I can play the game, but how much do I believe what I'm saying is a lot lower than what I used to probably. My patience has probably gone up, surprisingly, but it's still pretty low depending on the situation.
It's dishes. It's there.
Is there
Anything else?
Is there a ranged toppling there?
Yeah. True.
My determination. What is that like?
Your drive.
I guess everything in purple is probably a little bit higher. I don't really have a very high competitive spirit. I don't think. I think my work ethic is decent. I think my ambition is a lot better. And maybe not my ambition so much, but my determination is there. But yeah, I would definitely get different results if I took it now. I think mostly, I see most of these things as positive, so just, I think and this probably goes for most people, the way this test is like shown is like as you get older, you learn new skills, you learn to come into who you are. You just kind of, the circle should expand and become more of a circle.
Yeah, become
right?
more rounded.
Yeah.
Quite literally. What would the biggest change be?
Biggest change would probably be probably what is that? I guess independent mind. I'm trying to see how that lines up. Yeah, probably more independent than I used to be. I think I probably, depending on how you view leading, my leadership skills have probably gone up a lot, just mostly from working and just being around others. You don't actually have to like be a leader to lead, if that makes sense.
You feel like you just have more charisma than you did?
Yeah, and especially in the context. I mean, back then I never really worked, and even back then I knew that I was always better in work environments in terms of charisma, and like I just kind of know how to put the mask on out of work more often, if that makes sense.
It does.
So like I can fake it till you make it. What's the difference if you're, I don't know. But
I think your patience has gone up way more than you think it has.
Next question. This is the bomb.
the bomb, boy. It's not the traditional the bomb from the show. Fresh.
It's the bomb evolution. Clocked in at 135,600 scope. This is, the.
Don't be a fucking
I
coward.
didn't put it.
Let's toast on this one. This one's thick. Holy shit. This one's.
He scoops every time. It's always a mistake to scoop. You're crazy.
I mean, I'm trying to actually get it. You get some more.
I mean, I did plenty.
You lost some.
I'll go ahead and say that the rough this is fine for both of you. John, you might have too much, but
Oh, right.
I'm gonna wait on this one. I think.
It does smell bad. This one smells bad. This one tastes bad.
The bombs never really taste that good. I actually don't think that's that spicy. Well, it's gonna build. I feel it building. So while it builds,
Yeah, hit him with it. Hit him with the question as it builds.
Well, this is where the boom.
The
kicks
you
in.
know, you're not buying me no taco, by the way.
This is where.
How are you doing? Your eyes are wide open.
Yeah.
You've never looked
You're
more.
deer in a headlight.
You've never looked more awake.
It's definitely ramping.
It's not that bad. There's one earlier on that were worse.
No, this was.
What was the first one that you scooped? It was this one, right?
Yeah, that one was the surprise spice for sure.
No, this one's ramping. This one's getting bad.
You can feel it on the sides of your tongue, right?
No, just the tip.
The tip.
Oh, yeah, no, this one's ramping a bit.
It's
All
still ramping.
All right. Wine doesn't really help.
Oh, the smell is horrible.
It does smell bad.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe.
Just stop breathing. You'll be fine.
Right. Well, I was saving this question for this when you were a little bit more
Oh,
incapacitated.
it tastes so
It
bad.
doesn't taste that bad. Don't be a fucking weirdo. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, I was hoping to save this one for when you were a little bit more incapacitated, but you're a tough guy, so we'll ask anyways. Alright, so this is a fuck, marry, kill. I have 2 of these. Alright, the first set is fuck, marry, kill. Ode, Nick, and Ryan.
Oh God.
That's a good lineup. Like one of your French girls, Eric.
I would kill Nick.
That's,
Well, no.
That's crazy.
I'll kill Ryan. I'll kill Ryan. Oh God.
Are you sure?
It's so hard. Look, my reasoning here is me and Ode already act like we're married.
Very real.
So, what's doing?
Ice cream helps. Oh.
So my logic on this one is I'm gonna marry Ode because we already act like we're married. So there you go. Now it comes down to who do I want to fuck. It's fuck Nick. I'll kill Ryan.
You'll kill
Sorry,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Okay. Alright. The next set, fuck, marry, kill. Marco, Devin, and Raph.
Okay, these are just good
But
groups.
this is too easy. I'm
Really?
gonna kill Marco. Fuck Marco. I'm gonna fuck Devin because he's hot. I'll marry Raph because they love D&D.
You know what? That actually does make sense. That is easy.
Fuck Marco.
Marco's gonna watch this and be like, fuck you too, Eric.
Okay. I'm sure the answer the same. Alright. And then the last set is the cousin
Oh,
edition.
that's 3 sets.
Yeah, the last set is the cousin edition. Anthony, George, and Kiko.
That's another easy one.
That's another easy one.
Oh, it doesn't stop. It just like stays. It's not that bad, but it just is on my tongue. It won't go away.
George is an easy one. I'll kill George. Sorry, George. Love you. I think this one's easy for me because I'll fuck Anthony because I don't want to marry him. Only because I don't want to listen to him complain about fighting games for the next 50 years. And then I'll marry Kiko because, you know, Kiko's a father. You know, he takes good care of kids.
He's proven. Alright, then. Since we filtered it a bit, we're going to take all the 3 people you killed.
Oh.
Ryan, Marco, and George. Fuck, marry, kill those people.
Oh, this one's also easy. So it was Ryan,
Marco and George.
Marco, George. I'm going to kill Marco again. I will fuck George and marry Ryan.
Okay.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
god.
Good.
This is the best. This is the best question you've had so far.
Sorry, Marco. Not
Did
sorry.
you think of doing that last part, or did you just do that off the rip?
No, I did.
Smart.
Alright.
Mario's going to be so mad when he watches it.
If he ever does. I don't know who's editing this, but. Alright, we'll move on to the 9th wing. This is Dawson's hot sauce. This achieves a one-of-a-kind flavor
Oh, yeah, we got that.
that has 7 hot peppers, including fennel seed, kombucha,
Kombucha.
and sweet maple syrup.
Ooh, maple syrup.
This clocks in at 620,000.
This is the one that had the wax seal too. That's a thick sauce.
This one's almost 4 times as hot. Well, more than 4 times.
Yeah, this one didn't smell good either. Don't get fooled by the maple syrup.
This one's also really thick, so. How much did you get?
God, my tongue is in pain. I've never had my tongue hurt before.
Okay.
Ooh, that tastes good.
Really?
Yeah.
It actually does taste good.
Oh, it's got burn like hell in a second, but it tastes good. It's gonna burn on it. Be ready.
No, it tastes delicious.
It's gonna be hot. I feel it.
Wow, that is good. That's like one of the best ones up there.
It
Oh.
tastes like something.
Oh, man.
It tastes like something. I can't think.
Oh,
Maple syrup?
pain.
I can still taste the sweetness.
It's very good.
Ooh.
It's very tasty up front, and then it hurts your throat.
You want to see the?
My throat doesn't hurt at
You
all.
want to see my glasses are getting foggy, misty.
I can't
Hiccups
see how
and-
foggy they are, but yeah.
You can look right.
Well, if I pull them away, I try like walking through them, but they're blurry anyway and stuff.
No, man. Okay. I don't know if we're just doing it wrong, or the guests overreact on the show.
So
But they are hot.
I've said it multiple times. It's very different to coat the wing And traditional wings that you have to eat like that are a lot worse because they get on your
It
lips.
gets on your lips and your mouth, sure.
And it's the lips that get you. And that's why you see some of them when they eat them, they go,
Yeah, they still get sure.
because they're trying to avoid getting on the he has a hiccup.
Okay. So then we'll.
Leave that up so it gets soft and don't eat it all.
Or do you want to do it right then? You want
No double dipping either.
We'll do the proper form on the last one then. This one's hot.
What's the proper form? Rub it on my lips? Like what?
Yeah, dab it on your lips.
No, thank you.
Okay, so
The hardest hitting question for last, right?
well,
What are you
well, I haven't asked you this
Oh, that's how that works.
Yeah, so
I've recovered already. I'm good.
so you said before, and for as long as I've known you, obviously, you were never a sporty kid. When I first met you, you were kind of a chubby kid. You were always a little hesitant to do some outdoor activities. Not that you wouldn't do them, but they were never your favorite. But in the last 6-7 years or so, you've come into a particular sport, which is rock climbing. So, can you tell me and us about your introduction to the sport and why you have fallen in love with it?
So I always get the exact date wrong, but I think it's 2018, end of the year. Cody's still dealing with, he hasn't figured out, sleeping stuff yet. So sometimes Cody's up really late, and we were looking for something to do with each other, like we could do like at 2 in the morning, that wasn't just playing video games. Cody saw that it was a 24-hour rock climbing gym down by my parents' house, and he got a membership, I got a membership. I mean, we didn't go that much. He went more than I did, I think. But we didn't go that much. But it was fun. It was something to do, to hang out while Cody's awake in the middle of the night. And you could definitely see that, I could see myself getting better as I did it. I was also at the time dealing with a lot of weight loss stuff. I was like not eating very much. John could probably attest to Hangry Eric at the time. Every once in a while he would turn to me and he'd be like, "You need to eat."
It was a very large transition in your life.
Yeah.
That was when you first really started dropping the weight.
Yeah, I mean, I
changing your habits.
I joked because we went to Red Robin and Cameron poked me and made a fat joke. And, my mental broke at that point, and then I went and became anorexic for 6 months. Not really, but I did eat a lot less for about 6 months. Lost a bunch of weight, got all the way down to like 145. I was at like 220. And then I was rock climbing in that time. Started probably rock climbing when I was around 170, 160-ish. But then me and Cody stopped. I don't remember exactly why we stopped climbing for a while. But then 2019, at the beginning of the year, after like Christmas time, and he just got busy, I like regained like maybe 20 pounds, got all the way back up to like 170, and I started rock climbing again. When I moved into Cameron's house, I started going to Hangar a lot, and I would just go to Hangar and I'd like listen to my audiobooks while I sat in there and climb for 4 or 5 hours. Obviously I'm not climbing the whole time, but I just sit there, rest, and then climb some more. It was just fun. I mean, that's all I can really say. I don't really socialize that much when I'm there, unless I'm with like you or Cody, just because I'm not a super social person. So it's not really like a social aspect to me. I just enjoy going there and having a goal, I guess, to do while I'm there. Like I work on a problem, and I either do it or I don't. But it just, I don't know. It's more. I really wanted to be healthier and work out, and I just didn't like the regular gym. So that's what I did. That's really mostly what it came down to. And the more I went, it just reinforced itself, I guess.
Do you remember your highest grade?
The highest I've climbed is a V8.
Do you remember your first V8?
Yeah.
What was it?
I don't really know how to describe it. It was like a corner climb. I mean, you'll know because you've gone, but at Hangar 18, Arlington, you walk in far left, where it first like there's that overhang. The corner there was like a very grab it, bring your heels up, pull up, grab it, pull it, like kind of like just climbing up, but only overhang. And it was easy, for me at least. And I just happened to do it, and I was like, oh, well.
Right. And then there's a little tidbit at the end. You discussed about your weight loss. Do you have any advice you would give to anybody who's trying to lose weight?
It's twofold. Eat less. That's really all it comes down to. Not 100%. You start to eat enough to, fuel yourself. I ate too little when I lost weight. But it does really come down to retraining your mental to realize that sometimes you're going to be hungry and just accepting that and acknowledging it. Because that's why you're losing weight. Because your body's hungry and it's burning fuel. And then the other thing is find a physical activity that you enjoy. If you don't like the gym, find something else. Whether it's walking, hiking, rock climbing, doing jumping jacks, jump rope, basketball. And you have to find some sort of physical activity that you enjoy, or you're going to lose the weight, you're going to be skinny fat, for lack of a better word, and you'll either regain the weight or you won't be happy with how you look because you still feel fat or you still look fat because you don't have any muscle underneath.
Right. Life coach Eric. This is called the Last Dab Experience. This has replaced the Last Dab Apollo.
You gotta shake it first.
This one has a to be announced goal, which I think they've said since they made this hot sauce. You've had this one before, right? Or a previous edition?
I mean, I've had a Last Dab before. I don't know that I've had this one.
We had the mustard one at your old house. Well,
Yeah.
not your old
This
house.
one's made with a different pepper.
Your parents' house.
The
And
favorite pepper eggs.
I remember we all took it. I remember George quite literally licking a plate of ranch.
Speaking of, I forgot I had ranch that I made, but whatever. Homemade ranch.
Do you think you'll handle this one just as well?
I'll handle it pretty well, I think.
You want to be generous with your wing?
I'm gonna be generous with mine.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have to. It's a tradition around
Yeah.
here.
You're gonna dab the wing. You can dab it yourself. I don't know what we're dabbing. It's already covered, but you're gonna.
I think you should cover it, Eric. I think there should not be a naked piece of chicken, a little bit of chicken on there.
I'm gonna do a little extra Last Dab.
Yep.
I'll scoop it up. Just coat it a little bit.
You're gonna regret that so much, son.
I mean, it's the last one, and they haven't been as hot as I thought they'd be, so we'll see.
I think I'm even not doing this. I think I'm happy here.
No, you gotta do it. You come all this way.
Are you dabbing?
Keep it a little bit.
I'll wait until you guys finish.
Stop moving.
I'm not moving.
You're moving up higher.
It's so thick.
It is like, yeah. You got
1 second.
Yeah, you pour some fruit,
That's what I wanted to do. Well, just gonna pour so much out on you. There's enough there for him to scoop up. That's fine. You can scrape the plate. Kinda.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Right. This one they do cheers. So it's
Cheers. I feel it's so hot. I'm gonna get so much. I kinda feel it.
Yeah. I can taste the spice.
Careful around your eyes.
Using a fork.
Yeah, we don't have it.
You gotta say it. Careful around your eyes.
Don't touch your asshole.
Don't touch your dick.
Some people have done that, right? They go to the bathroom.
Yep.
You fucked up.
That's that one settling for a bit. Not that bad.
I got it down the throat, which is done.
A little sip of water.
There's ice cream if anyone needs it.
I'll wait till after. I got hiccups.
Last question, sir.
Well, I got hiccups. How's this guy do it?
Woo!
Yeah, the hiccup gene sucks.
Oh, it's burning the time in my mouth. Woo!
Okay. So, last question I have for you is, why the fuck do you love Dungeon Dragons so much?
What?
Why the fuck do you love Dungeon?
It's fun. You gotta do it with your friend. You gotta be creative.
But how were you introduced to it? What got you into it?
What did I first see Dungeon Dragon on?
What's the first one that does make an Eric fucking twit? Like, take out.
I don't know where I first got Dungeons and Dragons.
Video game? Relative?
I really don't know.
You don't know? Okay, you don't know. So why the fuck do you love it so much, other than it's fun? What about it?
I don't remember where it started.
How's you doing it for days? Always thinking about it.
Wait, what?
Besides it just being fun, what has you so obsessed with it?
I mean, it's a creative outlet for like what I like to do with storytelling and stuff. Oh, fuck. The bottom of my tongue is burning. Oh, fuck. I don't know why it hit so bad.
You've kept them all under your tongue, now they're all... Eric's been hiding them.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down, it's a creative outlet for the things that I like. I like fantasy, my favorite thing. I like creating fantasy stuff. And yeah, I create stuff for D&D and yeah.
Yeah, but you've also... like being a player in D&D.
I mean, that's still creating stuff. You're creating a story with other people. You're interacting with something that someone else created. You're creating your own character.
You enjoy role-playing?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
You do? Alright, and the last question I have for you. You ever consider being an actor?
No. Not seriously.
Not seriously, but you have considered it. Just for the fun of it.
If I had infinite money, I'd probably make a show and make myself some, like, B-tier character in a fantasy show.
Okay, so would you rather run a show and be an actor in that show, or would you rather run a restaurant and...
A show. I don't want to run a restaurant. Restaurants fucking suck.
Alright, well that camera, let the people know what's going on in your life. Any shout outs?
What are you here to promote?
I have rock climbing tomorrow. Be there. Oh god. Don't eat the hottest one, it's bad.
Give them your handles.
Hashtag Eric climbs, I think? I don't even remember. SoCal climber? I don't even remember. See you all on League of Legends. Smolder sucks. Fuck League of Legends. Fuck Riot. Fuck Blizzard. Go PoE. And finally, fuck Marco.
But kill Mark.
Kill Marco.
Twice.
Kill Marco twice. 3 times actually, I think.